Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Doing another video. I had some questions come through about whether or not you can be watching too many manifesting an SP videos. Okay. I'm always, no matter what your question is, I'm always going to be directing you guys back to how are you feeling? There's a difference between compiling information, okay, being in the planning, the research and development mode versus it becomes a distraction, okay? Like nothing you're doing is working. So if you have been manifesting an SP for months and years, and you're still watching manifesting an SP videos, it can make you feel better, but it could also be masking something deeper. Okay. And I liken this quite a bit to people who are dealing with a really bad raging infection that's gotten to a point where it's causing a lot of pain. And they go to the doctor, and the doctor, is just like, oh, well, I see that you're feeling a lot of pain. I'm just gonna give you some pain medication. And doesn't notice the infection, maybe does notice the infection, but doesn't know how to treat it. All they know is how to deal with the pain. So they send you off with just a pain medication. Okay. For those of you who don't know, or who aren't familiar with, how these things work, the pain medication only masks the symptom. It doesn't treat the infection itself. And eventually that pain medication wears off and that pain comes back. And if left untreated long enough, that infection gets worse and it starts to affect, cause more pain and affect more areas of the body, and things can get really bad if the infection itself is not treated, right? So while it is true that watching at like manifesting in SP videos and trying different techniques and stuff like that may like give you a sense of relief, it also could be acting as pain medication, I guess. Okay. And it's not actually helping what is really going on. So I teach that here on this channel, how to deal with the actual infection, okay, that is causing the pain of not manifesting, that's causing the pain being triggered by you not manifesting in your SP. Okay. A lot of the times, you guys, it's just like the infection is going to be, okay, quote unquote infection is going to be something more largely subconscious, and that pain is there to show you what is wrong. Just like the pain develops to show you got something going on in there. Okay, the pain's not the problem. It's a symptom and a sign, a marker, a flashing neon sign of the actual problem. Okay, the pain itself is not the problem. Your SP not showing up is not the actual problem. There's something deeper going on. Okay, so if you want to know what's going on, basically it's like, okay, fine, take the pain pills. But what happens when you don't? Like if you're feeling blocked and you're feeling lost and you're feeling confused and nothing is working, I always recommend at that point, first, number one, to make sure you're very, very acclimated with releasing the wants process. Okay. Again, it's in the description box below called Releasing the Wants, but you guys get the damn book too. Okay. It's just a summary of the Releasing the Wants process. If the book is pretty big. They even have a course that's available for that. Okay. And that was just meant as an introduction into the Releasing the Wants process. So, the reason why I'm saying you need to be very acclimated with that process is because once you stop distraction, you stop taking the SP pill so that you can actually deal with so that you can actually deal with the infection that is keeping the SP from coming. You're going to be dealing with, a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that, because you're not going to know everything perfectly. It's going to be a journey. So be easy on yourself. So if the only way for right now that you're able to get some reprieve from an emotional state that maybe you haven't been able to fully release through for whatever reason, which by the way will come, okay, you will learn everything that you need to learn in order to get to where you're wanting to go. Okay, first and foremost, it doesn't have to be perfect. Even little baby steps is going to be exponential progress. Okay. But you definitely want to be very familiar and comfortable with the releasing the wants process. Basically, it's you want to learn how to process emotion. You want to learn how to process the emotional part of the feeling state so that your affirmations can actually work, so that you can actually feel it real, and actually connect to, that feeling, connect to that sat scene in your head, that imaginal act, okay? So maybe just start with baby steps. What happens if you go 24 hours and not watch anything having to do with an SP? Okay. Not doing anything related to manifesting an SP. Okay. What happens? What feelings come up? Okay. Those feelings are coming up to show you what the infection is. Okay. The feeling may be feeling unworthy. Release that. Okay. Do the releasing process on feeling unworthy. Okay. Something else that might be coming up is feeling disconnected, feeling unwanted, feeling invisible, inconsequential, unchosen. Okay. Release, do the releasing process on all of that. A lot of the times and this is how our egos are, you guys. Okay. I did a video, several videos back. Okay. It's called You've Been Duped. You've been duped, and it's your ego. Okay. Which is the gatekeeper of your subconscious. And your ego, again, just like your subconscious, is it's just a part of the program. It doesn't know that it's good or bad or what it's doing. It doesn't know that it's good or bad. It doesn't know that it's harmful or helpful. It doesn't know. It just is. Okay. And so your ego is trying to distract you from feeling the things that are coming up, thinking it's protecting you. But really what it's doing is it's keeping that toxicity inside in your subconscious so that you continue to manifest on autopilot things you don't want to. Okay. So first of all, just let their journey be where it's at. Let your journey be where it's at. Okay. Start small, 24 hours. Do like a SP fast. Okay. Do like manifesting an SP fast where you're not doing anything related to your SP at all. Okay. And allow yourself to just sit in your energy. This is where a lot of people get tripped up. This is why we tend to focus and employ so many distractions, addictions, which a lot of you may be addicted to your SP. I was, okay. And when you cut off those distractions and that addiction, that's when this shit really comes up to hit the fan. And that's why it is such an important tool in your toolbox to learn how to really process what's coming up. Okay, guys, that's why it's coming up, because it's acting as a filter, a barricade. Okay. Again, it's not sentient. It's not anything that's just like, it's not trying to, it just is. Just like the infection itself, it's not, it just is. It's not there because, it doesn't like you because you suck, right? And an infection is just there because the equilibrium in your body has been disturbed, which is pretty much what's going on with, energetically. with your manifestation. There's an imbalance there that's being disturbed. Okay. It's like you are consciously in the process of creating what you want. And what that's doing is it's causing the things in your subconscious programming that are in direct opposition to that to be plastered and thrown on the 3D screen that is, or the screen that is 3D circumstances. It's showing you this is what's okay. Basically what's happening. It's like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. We want the SP, we want the loving relationship, we want the fairy tale and the happily ever after, right? And here's what needs to be unearthed and dealt with. Okay, it's just like going to go buy a house or a plot of land somewhere, and before you can dig into the ground for before you build the foundation, you got to make sure that ground is stable, that there's not anything there that once you build it up it's just going to topple down. It's basically what's happening. It's like, okay, cool, yeah, we want the $1 million, we want the happily ever after, we want the kids, we want the successful business and all this stuff. And here's the programming that's currently in place that is directly opposing that. And the only way for that to be pushed out is for your circumstances to show it back to you. Okay. So that it triggers those feeling states that are in your subconscious. I hope that's making sense. I know it is. A lot of you are, y'all are smart. Y'all are smart. Okay. So that was this video. For those of you who are wondering if it's, watching too many SP videos, it could very well be. It's serving as a distraction, keeping you from being in your own energy, especially if time keeps going on and your feeling state regarding that gets heavier and deeper and more challenging. And it's just like, it starts for you to question more of yourself in a more negatively influencing way. Okay. My suggestion is to start light and remove all distraction. Okay. Stop, do a 24-hour manifesting my SP fast where, you're not doing anything related to your SP, not manifesting them in, not thinking about them or whatever. I mean, you may not at this point in time not be able to think about them, but stop trying to take action and seek out and stuff like that and sit in your own energy and allow what's wanting to come up so that you can release on it. Okay. And then, if it's just like an addiction, you guys, okay, learn how to clear out and stuff like that. And then for whatever reason, if you end up falling off the wagon and you end up watching something or doing something, with your SP, hey, tomorrow's another day. Anyway, all right, that was this video, you guys. I'm sure I'll be back with some more content here pretty soon. I really do want to make something about SPs and abandonment wounds and how they are influencing each other. Okay, I'll see you guys soon.